Good afternoon, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your second video blog of the day for Sunday, May 15th, 2016, around 4:23 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. Mix and sun and clouds today. It's about 60 degrees, but feels much cooler because of the wind. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow. Then the temperatures go back up. It's going to probably be an average week weather-wise in the mid to upper 60s. Maybe next weekend could be 70s and 80s, but that's 6 days away. A lot could change. But we have to think optimistic, think positively, not negatively. One little tidbit to report: Antenna TV is going to be rerunning classic episodes of Webster beginning Sunday, June 5th. Every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. 2 episodes. So that's good. And they're going to have a Webster Marathon on June 4th on Saturday from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. This summer, Antenna TV is going to have reruns of classic sitcom marathons on Saturdays from June to September, probably to get ratings. And that's about it on news. My second video blog subject of the day is about Universal Sports. Universal Sports was a digital over-the-air television network and a cable network which was owned by Intermedia Productions and NBC Universal, and it was for about 9 years, and it broadcast a variety of sports, mainly Olympic-type sports. The Universal Sports started in the spring of 2006 as World Championship Sports Network, and it was only available online, and the lineup for the World Championship Sports Network was like rugby and swimming and skiing and track and field and gymnastics and rowing and extreme sports, the Ironman competition, mountain biking, plus it had a lot of sports documentaries on there. And in 2007, NBC Universal bought an interest in World Championship Sports Network, and in the spring of 2008, it was rebranded as NBC Universal Sports, and then they started to offer it on digital over-the-air television networks. First, it was on all the NBC-owned and operated stations, and then they started to add more affiliates, plus they had profiles of athletes on there. They did some, like, preview shows from the Beijing Games and the Vancouver Games and the London Games for the Olympics. Plus, they added a lot of other stuff like figure skating and lacrosse and handball and speed skating and other sports, and it got pretty good coverage for like over-the-air digital networks. It was involved in most of the big markets in the United States. It was seen in Boston on WBIN 50.2, and also every year the Universal Sports would broadcast the World Hockey Championships every year and the Boston Marathon every year. So those were maybe the two biggest sporting events they had. But the downfall of Universal Sports was in the summer of 2011 when they signed a deal with this network, and they started to convert over from a digital over-the-air television network to just a cable network, and most of the stations that carried Universal Sports dropped them, and by January 1st, 2012, it was gone from a broadcast network to a cable-only station, but they lost a lot of coverage because they could not get on many cable systems, not even Comcast, because it was very difficult because they had long-term deals with other networks, plus Comcast did not want to add Universal Sports even though they partially owned it, because they wanted big sporting events there. Eventually it became 50-50 with like 50% sports and 50% documentaries, and slowly but surely some of the events that were on Universal Sports started to migrate over to NBC Sports Network, or NBCSN. By October of 2015, NBC decided it was going to be shutting down Universal Sports in November of 2015, and November 16, 2015 was the last day that NBC's Universal Sports was on the air. It just went off the air, and the last program was about a documentary about Switzerland mountains, and that was the end of Universal Sports. It was, an okay network, and showing mainly Olympic type sports, but it did not find a niche on the cable networks because it did not show major type of sports. The programming that was on NBC Universal Sports, most of them are now migrated to either NBC Sports, NBCSN, or the NBC Sports Action app on digital platforms. And that's about it on that. I will be back with the third and final video blog of the night. It will be about the late great actor and director Leonard Nimoy, famous for playing Dr. Spock on Star Trek and several Star Trek movies. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Wilson Blood, WCCO Roxanne has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt is so stunning, she's the best. Amy Swansea's awesome, and in the words of Dee Patel, last week, no bus by.